Welcome back to Big Mouth and fancy seeing you here. A warm welcome. Do you remember the days when fandom was a beautiful thing, whether you were a Star Wars fan or a Smallville fan or a 24 fan or an Alias fan or a Lost fan or a Prison Break fan? Do you remember how we used to go into these chats in the old days and have our theories and make friends with people from the same and different fandoms? It was beautiful, wasn't it? Then came along a species of people called the SJWs, and they destroyed our communities, our beautiful, vibrant communities. They're like acid, right? So what is an SJW? Well, do you remember the Nazis and Adolf Hitler? The SJWs are very similar to that. They pretend they're nice, kind people who want equality and fairness and representation. But that's not what they are. They're a bunch of people who have rules. And if you don't fit into their rules, then you're in trouble. You will be cast out. They want to create a world where you can only say what they want you to say. You cannot be free. You cannot be passionate. I shouldn't have a YouTube channel called Big Mouth where I can say whatever the fuck I want. They want to police us. They are destroying our TV shows. They've already destroyed Star Trek, Star Wars, and now Doctor Who, which you know, if you follow me, and if you've subbed me, that I talk about a lot. That's heartbreaking what they've done to Doctor Who. They want these TV shows and films to be mainly about representation and social justice, but not about creativity and entertainment and excitement. And as I say, if you speak out, like I'm doing now, you're in trouble. You have to be strong to speak out when something very wrong is happening. And it's happening in our fan communities. But they've got wordings and terms to scare you from speaking out. Misogynists. There's so many different terms. I'm trying to think of them as I speak because I haven't scripted this video. So, misogynist, toxic male fandom. That's another one. That's one Scott Mendelson said the other day. Apparently, this is what Ralph Breaks the Internet is reflecting. Now, I want you to think about it. Toxic male fandom. In other words, it's just men. But not just men. These SJWs hate men in their 40s. But not just men in their 40s. White men. Now, as you can see, I'm a bit Caucasian, I'm a bit brown, I'm Greek Cypriot, my parents are from Cyprus, I was born and bred in the UK, that's why I've got the strong accent. English is all I know. That is who I am. I'm British, like it or not, right? But these people want to focus on your culture, your religion, and your genders. They're box tickers. So if you're an SJW, if you're a white male in your 40s, if you're me, basically, you're not cool. What did Brie Larson say about white critics in their 40s talking about films and how she doesn't care what they think? Oh, she didn't care what they thought because they didn't like the film. She's talking about it was a flop that was SJW specific, that had a certain group of people in it that reflected mainly the African American community. And it flopped. It flopped because it was a rubbish film. Not because it had a bunch of actors from the African-American community, but it's them. You see, what they are trying to do, they're trying to ostracize men, especially white men in their 40s. Why? Are we cleverer than the rest of the people? Are we the ones who can stop them? And they're trying to ostracize us. Why us? What's wrong with us? Are we bad people? Are we evil? Do we hang human beings in a freezer and strip their flesh off or something? Why do they hate us so much? Well, mainly, we are a disposable business type, if you like. In terms of consumers, the film companies and the TV companies, they don't need us. Men in their 40s, companies don't want to sell or advertise to us. So this is why we've been cast out. And they're worried that we can hurt their bottom line and the messages they're trying to push. Doctor Who is a great example of a beautiful TV show that used to excite everyone. Men, women, boys, girls, everyone, right? No one had a problem with a male doctor. No one had a problem with Christopher Eccleston being a doctor, or David Tennant, or even Matt Smith. Matt Smith was a hugely popular doctor, by the way. He was very different and it took time to get used to him, but he was a fabulous doctor. And Peter Capaldi was a fabulous actor, but the creative choices that Moffat took made it a really difficult doctor to embrace. So all these years, right, we've had a male doctor. But they decided, the SJWs, that we must have a female doctor. We must. It's very important that women are reflected. If it's so important for women to be reflected, why can't you create original female characters? Make them popular and we'll watch them as well. Why are you taking away a set up, or already set up male characters, disposing them and casting females to play them? And here's another thing that the woke generation won't like. Whitewashing, right? This is a thing they hate. They hate white people playing black characters or Asian characters or thing like that. But this is the hypocrisy of it all, right? They're quite happy for Hispanic actors, black actors, to take over white roles. That's all right. That's no problem. But whitewashing, that's bad. Ask Scarlett Johansson what happened to her. I know what happened to her, and I know how she truly feels about it. She isn't happy, but she can't say that in public. I know how she feels about it. And this is what it is. This is the hypocrisy. Remember the term whitewashing. So let's get to the gritty of this, right? If I wanted to play in a reboot, in a Beverly Hills Cop reboot, right, play Axel Foley, who was played by African-American actor Eddie Murphy, genius, love him, right? Love those movies, but I said no, right? I'm going to play him. Forget casting an African-American. I'm going to play Axel Foley, or always wanted to play him. I would be casted out like the villain of the piece because I was whitewashing. But it's not good to whitewash. But as I say, it's okay for black, Hispanic, Indian actors to play white roles. Why? If a black actor or an Indian actor or someone, right, played James Bond, we wouldn't be allowed to speak up. Now, remember when Idris Elba was rumoured to be in contention for the next Bond, right? And there was a big speak out about it and people weren't happy. Personally, I don't give a shit about that. Idris Elba is a fantastic actor and he was born to play Bond. I haven't got a problem with it. But many people that I know went absolutely ballistic about this. I'll tell you what would piss me off. If they got a random black actor, Indian actor, Hispanic actor to play Bond because they are that culturally inclined. Now, if they did that and not pick someone from his talent and his ability, Idris Elba would be cast. All right, they'd be mainly doing it because he's black, but he can pull off James Bond. We all know that. But this is the thing. And, let's talk about, say, eventually, right, they're going to cast a Hispanic Superman or a black Superman. I know, that's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. But to them, that's fine. And if we say that's wrong. We're racist, we're homophobic. And we've got another thing now where the LGBT community don't like anyone that's not from the LGBT community playing characters that are from the LGBT community. Confusing, right? But it's not really, is it? Now, so what happened to acting? What happened to creating a character that you're not? What happened to all of that? Now, all of a sudden, these mafiosis have decided that we can't play their roles. Not only am I a director, not only am I a writer, I'm an actor as well. And if I go into an audition and I'm for a gay role or a transgender role and I'm told, no, you can't have it, right? Why can't I take them to court? If it was the other way round, I would be going to jail. If I was holding casting calls, as I do, right, and a black lad or a black girl came in and said, sorry, you can't have the role, what would happen? I'd go to jail, rightfully so. It wouldn't be allowed. But this is the major thing that bothers me. It's the hypocrisy. And this is what SJWs are. And as I said at the top of the shows, I compared them to the Nazis because that's what they are. They want us on our knees. They hate men. They hate men. We've seen how they treat us on TV now. Do you remember that episode of Legends of Tomorrow? I've mentioned it ages ago on one of my early videos when I started this channel in June. There was an episode, and I forgot the character's name, a historical character, and basically, like, these two guys go to war over her, right? And what happens is, in the end, they take her to Wonder Woman's island, where she was, like, born and raised and everything. And the woman who takes her says, "It's okay. There's no men there." You see what's going on there? I haven't watched that show ever since. I used to love Legends of Tomorrow, but I will not put up. Actually, the CW have gone passive-aggressively SJW really, really badly now, and I can't watch it. It's one thing to want one of each colour and one of each culture and religion and kind of genders and sexual preferences, but when you make that your priority, you are killing a beautiful industry. So I've got a message for SJWs. I want you to get out of our business. I want you to leave us alone. You are destroying this beautiful industry for the people who are working in it and the people who consume it, who genuinely love it. As I say, who used to be in chat rooms having theories about their favourite characters. You've destroyed Star Wars. You've destroyed Star Trek. You've destroyed Doctor Who. What's next? Are you going to reboot the Waltons? Who are you going to put in that? A bunch of aliens? Half cats, half dogs? What are you going to do? And in the end, what these SJWs will do, there will not be an industry to destroy because they would have destroyed it. This is an industry in Hollywood that will go bankrupt. Then the industry in the UK will go bankrupt. Two very important markets because that's where it's at. This is who the world watches. It's the product we all watch right from the UK and America, right? Right? And they will suck it dry and they will make it so boring and so bland because that's what they want. TV and film with no personality. And when they've done that, they'll walk away and they'll toss the entertainment industry over their shoulder like an empty beer can. And that'll be that. There'll be no entertainment anymore. This is the kind of world these people want. I had to do this. I had to. Comment down below. Tell me what you think. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of hate. I love you guys, whatever you say. This is how I feel. And let's be clear here. If I was a conservative, I'd be proud of it, but I'm not a conservative. I'm left. I'm not far left. My father's always voted Labour, like I'm always saying. So you can't accuse me of being a conservative because this is how they kind of try and deconstruct these arguments, the SJWs, by saying, he's a conservative, or he's a man baby, or he's a misogynist. I'm not any of those things. I can't prove that, and it's up to you what you think. But you can't. You can't, because the people who know me in the real world know what a fair, right-minded person that I am. It's actually you that are not fair and right-minded people. You're not. You're absolutely not. You want to create a world of rules and regulations and what we say and what we don't say. We can't offend one person. We can't be passionate about our opinions and express ourselves just in case someone starts crying. Yeah, you want to... My throat's going, sorry. You want to live in a world like that? You really want to live in a world like that where we have to watch our P's and Q's and say nothing? Really? You're not only just killing this industry, you're killing the world.